Yeah, let's move on. Do us another count off. We are currently at 1 hour and 40 minutes and 41 seconds on the show for those still with us. Uh, Moving on the countdown here.
Yeah. Let's go, man. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, this is the next event, Survivor
There we
Series.
go. Survivor Series. There we go. Speaking of.
So we okay, we know.
Yep.
Survivor Series will be a good one for Judgment
Yep.
Day related stuff to show up on because of what type of matches they usually are.
No, November 30th. Good to know. Not
See?
too far away.
All we had
Make
to do
sure.
was wait for two. We just
Yeah.
shouldn't have stopped yet. We should have just
No.
kept
We
going.
should have. Yeah, we should have just waited a little bit. Honestly, like we got like a month and like a bit until the next one.
Yeah. Halloween Havoc will take place in NXT near the end of the month, though.
Yeah.
If we decide we wanted to watch it at all for one reason or another.
I mean, we could. I mean, depends how well, like, things go. You know what I mean? Look at him.
Yeah. I was saying we do technically have a Halloween closer to Halloween show.
Yeah, we do.
Because NXT usually runs one a month too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh, that's Raw. Okay. So what? This wasn't advertised.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Xavier does need a win.
The New Day needs a win, to be fair. After how bad they fucked up Kobe Kingston's, like, title victory with, like, Brock Lesnar. I mean, just for that.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Rematch,
Baby.
fucking rematch.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really felt for Sami Zayn when he beat him that first time, and when he actually managed to get that victory.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the crowd was on like Sami Zayn's side, man. That man is so
Yeah.
over, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how over a guy is. He ain't gonna beat Gunther Monday because it's a Monday. It's a weekly televised show. He's not gonna beat him on that. If he beat him, it'd be on
No,
pay
it's
per
not.
view.
He's going to beat him on some kind of pay per view. That's why they exist. Saucy.
And that's just the.
I gotta love it.
I don't know. I don't understand the marketing sometimes, man. It's just you gotta
Nothing like
say
those saucy nugs, man.
yeah. Oh,
There we go. We finally got his entrance music. He didn't open the show though, but I guess he's the mid. I'm trying to keep you guessing.
are they gonna try to put Are they trying to say that Rhea and Liv will be the closing match?
Honestly, maybe. Realistically, more hype is around Rhea and Liv than is around um the other main card match, I would say.
I mean, I know what Triple H is here for. He's coming out to say a few words, tell people the attendance.
Yeah, normal shit. What do you think he's still training, or do you reckon he's like chilled for a bit now?
You think what?
Do you think he's still training, or do you reckon he's chilling for a bit now, considering
I don't think
everything?
he's training at all.
Not even for health reasons, not even cardio.
I mean, he might do that for that, but you can see it just with that suit. He's a lot smaller than
Yeah,
he would
but I
be
mean,
if he was actively trying to
yeah,
train.
that's true. No, I don't mean for like wrestling. I just mean in general. I just mean like for health reasons, just to stay in shape. And
He probably is doing that, but he ain't gonna do too much because of his heart,
no.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. After that heart scare, I
Oh,
don't blame
is he
him.
revealing a new belt?
It looks like him.
Oh, that's for Crown Jewel, though. Oh, he's the CCO now. Okay.
They gotta make history somewhere. It's not a
Mhm.
WWE event unless they're making history in some way, shape, form, or
Mhm.
I also got Crown Jewel in 4 weeks as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, but that show usually doesn't ever matter. I watch it, but it don't matter.
It's still worth like reacting to it. Just even if we just take the piss the whole time, it's totally just
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you get my point, though. I mean, it usually
yeah.
doesn't impact the stories at all
I know, but it's still fun.
because
So,
it's a most overseas shows don't impact the story, though. Really.
yeah, you're right.
I just hate it doing Saudi shows because of the. I mean, I respect some of their cultural stuff, but you know, our female wrestlers can't be female wrestlers over there.
Yeah, I know.
Basically.
I mean, I'm gonna keep for equality then, which is like to be, which is fair, I would say. It's so shiny you can't even read it. Guess Gunther had to get there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's cool that he basically gave up, like the one championship just to go become world championship and stuff, world champion
That's
and stuff.
usually that's how that works normally when you have the
Yeah,
Intercontinental title. You usually go from that to the big one,
yeah.
especially if you was able to have a good run with it.
He did. He has one of the best runs from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Damn, Sammy's got more of a pop than even Gunther got.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, please no.
I don't even know what they're saying, but
Goldberg.
shit. Fuck, they had to, didn't they? I mean, he's not wrong. Technically not wrong. Someone's about to be fucking speared.
Or something.
Yep. Wouldn't, like you said, they wouldn't have him here for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. His son just said beat his ass. Sammy was on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man lost his boat. Usually you get fired for that shit, man. You know, if you leave your belt in the middle of the ring. Not fired, but you know, you get fined for that shit.
Yeah.
So what we're saying was going to be Sami Zayn into Goldberg versus Gunther, most likely.
Mm-hmm. Which is horrible that they're going to put him in there. Goldberg needs to
Yeah,
quit.
he does. Oh no. It's crazy how over Goldberg still is, to be fair.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Kind of surprising. More than
Not really.
anything, especially how
I
many people
mean,
he's
he's been
hurt.
over for so many years right now, man. It's kind of just to be expected. I mean, he never puts on a good match, I would say.
I don't believe so either.
Mm. Damn, they're hyping up fucking Royal Rumble already. I guess
Oh,
we
they
are like,
usually do.
I guess we are like 3 months out, to be fair. Actually, no, 3 months out.
Yeah, it's usually near the end of January, but I guess it clocked over to being in
Into February.
February this year.
It's almost a birthday gift for me. It's only like 5 days off. I guess they had to plug Prime at some point, right? So, now we're
You'd
going
think.
Liv versus Rhea now. That's interesting. So yeah, the ending has to be obviously Cody, Roman, and such forth.
Oh, Mickey's there?
Mm-hmm.
Scott's there?
They got so many people in today.
Huh.
It's just some weird shit, man.
She recently lost a match where she got thrown in a dumpster, so they're just playing
Ah,
into
I
it.
see. Yeah. Can't really use a shock catcher. That's cool. I thought they were doing something else when that car was bouncing. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay.
Obviously, that's the imagery you're supposed to have.
Yep. Like, obviously, I know Dom literally has a partner in real life, and that isn't Liv, but still. They play it really well, to be fair. That transition was really bad. I'm not going to lie. Okay. They're just from an editing perspective. Anyway, I still prefer, like, having motorbike over car in the arena, I would say. That's crazy fucking promotion.
Mm-hmm. But it's because
Eh,
of Eddie.
yeah.
Rhea's gonna destroy that car.
Most likely. I have the car if like Rhea can't attack it into me. I still think that's so neat. You know how they both hold open the ring for each other. It's like, you know, like that subtlety that's just really nice. Because technically, I guess like back when, you know, Rhea and Dom, it was kind of more like a Dom was almost forced into it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that nice little switch.
Pretty big fan of the skeletal outfit, though. It's pretty nice.
I guess she's got some good designers on her side.
I don't like the referee cam. I never have.
Why?
The quality change is so jarring when they do it.
Oh yeah, but it's the kind of like the quality changes to immerse you in a different way, I would say. It's kind of like, you
Same
know,
with
like when you're watching like a, you know, like a thing that's like a documentary, but it's like reenacted, and they suddenly switch back to that 90s camera angle just for a second to kind of like take you out of it a little bit. It's kind of that. Yo, they move that car so quick, man. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Rhea's got to get some hype on her name, man. Holy shit. Oh man, she's got the stretchers up. It's weird how crazy small people's like ears look, you know, when the stretchers up compared to when they got stretchers up. It's
Mm.
interesting. It's cheesy, but it's funny.
That would not be neat. You don't want to see that, Michael.
Nah, to be fair, you're right though. I think like Rhea's presence is crazy, man. No, just the way she presents herself.
Mm-hmm. And I've been wanting Liv to be getting pushed forever.
Yeah, at least she's getting that shit now. At least people are seeing how much of a great wrestler she is, as well as, you know, like really like dragging the storylines forward. The big bad booty daddy. Sorry.
That's what Scott Steiner used to refer to himself as.
Yeah, I know, but still funny. And it's got the best view in the whole arena, to be fair with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, he's not staying in that cage. We know this from the very beginning of this match. He's not staying in that cage. God damn it.
Liv needs to win this one.
You reckon?
Needs to hold the title longer.
Potentially. Oh, she's only been 80 days. Yeah, you're right. It depends, to be fair, because she could do a short title one and then just rerun it back a different way.
They need to make it to WrestleMania with her. How did he not know that that was going to happen when it?
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew it was going to be raised because I saw the damn lifts attached to the cage. I mean,
Like, the literal match said, like, raised above the ring. Like, in the title of it. It literally was like, with Dominic.
oh, that was a good drop kick. That was a wonderful drop kick.
With Dominic Mysterio above the ring.
Okay.
Damn, that was like almost like a Roman move.
Yeah.
Damn, man. That's some power, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been able to throw Liv Morgan over your head like that.
Oh, that was good. A good little sequence there.
Yep. Honestly, they both work really well together, to be honest.
Oh, they do. They do. It didn't help I mean, it does help actually that they were a tag team at one point in time.
Yeah.
So they
because that's
already
where the
know how to work.
first betrayal came through, wasn't it? So.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even Australian. Did she intentionally miss it that first time, or was that just?
I don't know if it was intentional, but I'm glad that she didn't sell it.
Yeah.
That's a very shaky camera.
Damn, I could feel that one. Honestly?
At least Liv's kicks look a lot better than Finn's did.
Yeah. Her kicks, like literally, they literally look real, which is good. Like a lot of wrestlers can't sell the kicks. Like when they throw them.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
That's a very good submission. If she's going into submission.
Mm-hmm. Half crab.
Mhm.
I don't see a lot of submission holds in matches anymore.
No, it's nice to see. Like, it shows more technical skill, I guess. No, but like submission holds are generally a more technical skill thing, aren't they? So, or meant to be. I don't know. Like a lot of it is more flips nowadays. You know, a lot more showy stuff. But it depends. It could be overdone, just like anything can. So.
Well, there's a good headbutt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clothesline, clothesline.
That was a very cool twist under. You know, it was like
Where are we
it was
going?
just different from how
Northern
everybody else
Lights.
basically
Oh,
does it.
Northern Lights with the bridge. That's nice.
That's very nice.
That's hard to do.
I can imagine. Considering she had to be on a very tippy toes to even like be able to bridge it that well. So. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. And her leggings have started to fail her in the match. It didn't take long. It's always a game that me and another person that another person I usually watch these shows with is the women that wear leggings after the ring. How long does the match go before they start to tear?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised that they lasted this long, to be honest. Considering how long she's been attacking Rhea's knees for at this point. So.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, you suck. I'm waiting to see how Dominic escapes. That's literally what I'm just waiting to see.
Someone will let him down. JD, Carlito, something. As if he's even allowed to get down. This might be the
I mean, I'm
point of it.
imagining that like he's going to at some point. There's no point having him in a cage if he's not going to get out at some point.
Unless they're wanting to play it to the close to the cuff about the fact they just don't. They want to remove him from being in the match, and this is the only way they could really do it without attacking him.
Potentially. Or you could have done it where you injured him. You know, where
Oh, that
he's
was
like,
good.
yeah, that was sick.
That was good too.
Ooh, that was sick. Yeah.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, they work like really, really well together. Like, you know, they really like know how to work with each other. You know each other's strengths and weaknesses to really make them.
Oh,
You gotta love it. That was sick, man. You know the suck it and.
Yeah.
I love it. Yo, that was basically head first almost.
Mm-hmm. And that's good too, right here, man.
Yeah. It's the fact that her body went limp that was the best part about it. Like, you know, the way that
Rhea
saw
knows
it.
how to sell a move.
Yeah. Oh, she does for sure.
Oh, come on, do okay.
Well, no, but I think Shawn Michaels is the only person who sells moves like the best way. Especially in that one Hulk Hogan match. That was cool.
Oh my god, that was a good reverse.
You know, when you want to rewind something, but you know, you can't do it. Let's see that again.
Oh, we'll see that again. I know. I don't have to have. I don't have to
Yeah,
rewind
I
for
know.
that. They'll show that one again. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Whoa. All right.
oh, that was
2 count. But
yeah.
that was good.
That was so good.
Quit talking about the chicken nuggets.
But the chicken's the most important thing about them, apparently. I don't know why it is, but so.
I mean, oh, that's you lost the match now. Talking shit. You have now lost the match.
Oh, really? Is that like a sign of like losing the match?
Yep, she has lost the match. She's gonna try and do something. Going for three amigos. It's gonna get reversed on her. There's one. She won't get through three of them.
There's two. Yeah, no, she's not making through. Yeah.
Riptide. Or no powerbomb. Why no Riptide? Oh, she's crucifix. Oh, okay, so all
Yeah.
right.
They're kind of mimicking each other, you know, Damien Priest and Rhea. I told you, Dominic's getting up. I knew it was happening at some point. I knew there's no way he was staying in that cage. I mean, he's got to get down still, but some of those camera angles are so fucking dodgy. I'm not. I know it's purposely done, but still. I always thought this movie looked more like you know when you were a kid and you just playing cartwheel with people. Not cartwheel, you know what I
The
mean.
only thing the only thing it could legitimately do to you if it was going to be used as a legit submission was put a lot of pressure on the knee
Yeah,
because it has your body weight and everything on
that's true.
where the legs are crossed the way they
Mm-hmm.
are. But it's not a practical hold in any capacity.
No.
He's going to jump.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. That was a cool camera angle. You know, we could see the barricade chick.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
Okay. That was a big,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Is he helpless? Or is he about to do a daredevil move onto Rhea Ripley? I know he's gonna fall in it. Yep.
you had to have a lot of faith in that to work that way.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
what
was
was
some
the
editing.
yeah,
That
what
that
was the
that
what
they
is it?
censored that.
Yep.
Whatever it was, they censored it.
Oh, it's so
He's a
Rhea can
pinata.
beat on him for a little bit. It makes sense.
I still don't think that she should. Oh,
Referee cam for a reason, man. Kendo stick? Baseball bat? No kendo stick.
it's a pinata.
Yep, it is a pinata.
Yeah, that's the whole
It's a
joke.
it's a damiata. That's such a bad pun, but I'm using it anyway. I'm thinking Rhea could get overconfident and then Liv comes from behind, takes the win. I mean, I think Rhea's energy is so good, like, throughout all the matches I've ever seen of her. Her chaotic energy is always so fun.
Raquel.
I guess Liv's winning the show. That was a weird way to end this. Interesting. I guess, but like I said, they need to make it to WrestleMania, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is going to go into even bigger proportions now. As like a match, it was okay. It wasn't like there were some cool bits, but it wasn't. It wasn't worth a pay per view match. It was like I was watching Raw. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it could have been better. I mean, Raquel coming back was a good part of it, but they didn't have a definitive ending to it because the referee was an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the match should have been thrown out the moment Rhea went out there to do what she did. But
I mean, we knew it was over at that point anyway, so.
mm-hmm.
No, even Raquel is like shipping them.
Yeah,
I don't. Okay,
yeah.
let's pause here. I think. I guess we'll.
Okay, let's give it a pause right here. All right, but all the way up until the fucking end of that was all right. There was a lot of good spots that went on in it, but they ended that in a bullshit way. I'm not gonna say they want to say that, but I guess
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
did.
want to.
They ended it in like I don't know. Like I said, like if you would have ended it in an amazing way, like if they added more energy, if they kind of like built it to an end, but they kind of just like killed the momentum halfway.
Yeah.
I would say.
The only other way they could have done it better in that regard would have been, I mean, yeah, I guess they didn't want to let Liv beat Rhea and move from that, like a legitimate win over her.
Yeah.
So they just throw the match out because they couldn't, I don't think they needed to take it from Liv yet, which they obviously did not do.
No.
Um, but they also did not need to really give Liv right now a win over Rhea. If that does happen, that'll need to be happening at the end of this.
I would say so.
But
I'll say
let's just be real.
I would say that would be a WrestleMania one. I think if it's going to happen, then because right now Rhea looks dominant, even though Liv still retains.
Yeah,
Like
and
Rhea still has her energy. Like it's not like what they did to other people today.
When they get to the conclusion of this little series with them, Rhea's gonna beat her. She's gonna get the title back. It's just win.
This is just to like because like this is selling so much. I would imagine, man. Imagine how much they're making just from the Dom Liv Rhea
And I personally, I don't like it. I'll be real with you. I would prefer Liv to be legitimately used in a proper way because I think she could do something with it, but they just don't want to do that. Obviously,
I know. I mean, maybe like once this is all done, settled, whatever, like she might get a legitimate run or something.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because it depends. Because if they want to keep Rhea as like champion no matter what, like over time, like if she's going to return back to, because she is probably like one of the biggest selling points of WWE right now. For like the women's side of that anyway.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like a lot of the women's side is kind of underused in my opinion. Like a lot of it is kind of being wasted, but at least in this sense, it's
That's
Yeah,
the
I know.
thing I will say now.
That's not a good thing though. Like in the main rosters, I don't really hear much about it apart from obviously this storyline. This is the only storyline that I really actually hear. So
Yeah.
but like we said, it was a good match up until it ended like mid momentum. But I guess they want
Yeah.
you wanting more. You know, I guess they kind of ended it leaving you wanting more of it, which is kind of the
Mhm.
point. You know, that's
It's
how they
just a
build it
very
into.
flat ending, though, for a match
Yeah,
either way.
no,
Yeah. You're right about that. They could have easily got away with this being something on a weekly televised program, not something that they wanted to put on a pay-per-view.
I don't think it was pay per view worthy. I think it was
No.
just my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And not really much to say.
So,
Like obviously some cool bits, some like really nice technical wrestling in places, but no, really well done, really sellable, really believable. Not really much I could say where I could point out and say that doesn't look right or that doesn't look right. It looked like clean all the way through.
oh, it was. It was nice. There weren't very many mistakes that I picked up on. Uh, except for maybe the reversal to Oblivion. It doesn't look like Rhea really had that flip completely underneath of her, but she did it. It's
But
okay.
she had to sell that bad knee. So like it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to like get that flip when you have to sell the bad knee too.
Yeah. So outside of that, that's the only thing. And if she was selling the injury doing the flip, 'cause sometimes they forget about that shit when they go to do those type
Yeah.
of moves.
No, the fact that she
So
like sold the knee as well, as she because you know as she jumped back up, she instantly
yeah,
took weight off that knee. So
yeah.
then once she was safe, she was like, nope, can't put pressure on that. So honestly, for me, it was really believable because it wasn't clean. If it was clean and then she did it, it would have been worse, I think, because she had the
I just
bad knee.
think
It
it's.
kind of had to be a little bit unclean in that way.
I think the weirdest part of it to me is it made no sound. Like they did that whole sequence was feather light in that ring. They
Yeah,
made no noise.
that's true, but don't know. I guess
I
it
mean,
happens like that.
it looks weird when you can't hear anything to go along with it.
Yeah, I
But
guess, but I guess it's hard to know what sound to make to it. I guess because you have to be technically perfect to do that flip to begin with. So
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to. I can do a lot of those things myself. It's very hard to. Even for me, I can't do the sound good when I can't make it where you have the
yeah,
sound of your feet hitting the ground or whatever and boards
hmm
moving very. I can do it feather light like that too. I just personally think it's just a weird.
yeah. I know what you mean.
It's jarring.
Wrestling's all about sound. Like we've said, like throughout all of this, like sound is basically like I would say like 70% of it is sound.
Yeah. But
But
I
yeah,
mean, it worked out. That's the only if that's the only complaint I got about it is I couldn't hear anything off the front flip. That's okay.
yeah. I mean, like it
Uh,
was like a very good technical match, like I said, but like it would be like something that I'd watch on Raw. It would be like
oh,
like a weekly televised something. Like this is not pay per view worthy, but honestly, but they're just trying to build it, and they're just not quite understanding how to write the story for this just yet. They're not quite
hmm
knowing quite where to go. I think, which
And now that
it's
they're bringing
understandable. It's
Raquel
understandable.
back into it, Raquel's obviously going to factor in more
Yeah,
directly and be the deal to where they're going to have to find a way to eliminate her from the equation now. And
they're gonna
because
either, but they could also make this into where instead of having a Liv versus Rhea, it could be a Raquel versus Rhea for like a certain.
and that'll
So
be
like,
technically a better match in terms of power, but
yeah,
Raquel's not had a lot of ring time. She's
I guess
okay. She can work very
I,
well.
I guess you just build her up week on week on week. You know, just build up a technical skill as you go through Raw or SmackDown each week, regardless of well,
Yeah,
depending on which way they are. But still, it could
but
work out. It could very
yeah,
much
I
be
mean it
a good
will.
match.
I mean Raquel can. Don't get me wrong. She can work. She just ain't as polished as she should be.
No,
But
I mean, if you're going with Rhea, you're gonna have to be polished, or even with the Liv, you have to be polished because they are just gonna show you up. If you're not,
I agree.
so yeah, moving on from this match, I think we should continue on going to the main end of this entire show.
Yeah, going to the main event, which
Yeah,
looks like from what we got left on time, being at 2 hours 24 minutes and 3 seconds in,
yep.
it's
Seems like we
about a
have
50-minute match, give or
round about
take.
depends how many adverts in between we get and stuff, but round about
Yeah,
50-ish
yeah, yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Depends how they close it.
And
Usually they close it basically with the end of the match. I would assume so.
yeah, or something will happen. But on your count again, we'll start up for the main event of the
Yeah, we're
evening.
going into the Bloodline match, man. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I am excited for it. It's going to be.
Yeah, it should be good. I'd hope. I mean,
Yeah.
usually anything with the people we got Roman and Cody. So
Yeah, Roman and Cody. They're all like, if one of them, if none of them can sell it, it's gonna be weird if they can't. But still,
and Jacob's
anyway,
there. So
yeah, I know. So, anyways, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Coming soon. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Fastlane. So we get their promotional stuff. I think right now for their
Mm-hmm.
store. I guess is where we're going now. I expect to see a store spot in this somewhere. Oh no, that's just their holiday tour. Okay.
It just kind of suck a lot of the wrestlers have to work through the holiday period, though.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's on some of their biggest like days of the year, but it's still like a little bit shitty.
I understand why they do these shows, but I don't like them just because of what they do to the female wrestlers when they do them.
Oh, what do you mean? What do they do? I don't think I've ever watched like fully watched a holiday one. So.
Well, that's the holiday one. It's more of the Saudi shows.
Oh, where they make them like where they have to cover up more and so on and such forth because they can't show skin, that way.
In any way,
Right,
in any way.
Rhea's kind of fucked, man. That's kind of her whole thing right now.
That's what most of their whole thing is.
I
I
know.
mean, realistically,
That's true.
I mean, it's hard to move in a full body outfit.
Yeah.
Uh,
November 2nd, so literally just under a month.
hmm that's
I
what's
mean, I
supposed to tide us over until
yeah, I
fucking
mean,
Survivor
I
Series.
I basically also don't really like the Saudi matches as much. It always seems like it's I don't know.
They're not. They don't put as much time into the production of them. I'll tell you that.
No,
Oh well, let's see.
I
Survivor.
think
Okay,
they
here we go.
purposefully don't like do that. So 30th, the 14th of December, 1st of February. Okay, so basically we have 2 more coming up that we're gonna cover. Basically,
At least,
yeah,
unless we decide to start looking into NXT, which we'll discuss that later. Or if anybody
yeah,
wants us to look into NXT, we will do that too. If you say you want us to look into it, obviously.
yeah. I'm really enjoying this kind of podcast, where because it's like halfway into my wheelhouse, which is more reaction content, and more into your
hmm
wheelhouse because of wrestling content.
Oh, this I like because I mean I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm looking at. I don't. I mean, and it's still going to be opinion based because um I'm looking at it from a performer. You're
Yeah.
looking at it from a reaction,
Hmm.
and what I don't think is good. I mean, there's going to be people out there if they do argue with us to say the Nia Jax match was okay because whatever, but whatever.
It
I
don't
don't
matter.
agree.
They can argue and be wrong. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good match. I mean, you can't objectively say that, but there again, I'm also saying the Rhea Liv match ended horribly.
Yeah.
It could have ended in a number of different better ways.
Honestly, right now this whole show is like basically hanging on this match. So
Yeah.
no, as to whether this
Yeah.
show sells or doesn't sell. Very well, in my opinion, but still. Because it opened amazingly and hopefully it ends amazingly, but the middle bit was. But then again, a lot of like pay per views, you could say that a lot of the middle matches and pay per views can be weird. So
Giving Solo Pyro.
yep, that's the whole bloodline. I'm guessing, not just Solo.
Yeah.
Blood feud. I love the pun on blood.
Mm. I would not be surprised if they bring that cage down in this match.
That'll be weird. How?
Even though it wasn't advertised that way, I would not be surprised if they do it.
I mean, they've got the cage, so can't hurt to use it. I don't know. I still don't dig these guys as the bloodline shit. I don't like that. Like, I'm gonna wait and hold my breath until we see the match, but
Jacob's good though. I just don't know about Solo.
I guess we're gonna see. Because I mean, he's having to fill Roman's shoes technically, so.
Mm-hmm. Enough with the Wendy's. I know you have to.
We only have a few Wendy's over here. We don't have many of them, man. So it's interesting to see like the American advertising compared to us. So.
Yeah, they're going to advertise all the fast food.
Nothing like watching wrestlers who basically have to control their diets quite a lot and advertise like the most fattiest food you can imagine.
Yeah.
He's even wearing Wendy's on his fucking referee. You think?
I didn't see.
I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
You see. God damn man. Wendy's must have gave them so much fucking money. I wonder how much Prime paid to put the Prime in the middle of the ring, actually.
I don't know. That might be a deal to where they don't pay Logan as much as what they normally would just to put his logo in the middle of the ring, too.
Well, to be fair, Logan doesn't need the money, so. No, you know, like most of the wrestlers need the money coming in from it. Logan doesn't. He's very much like a. I don't know what I don't want to say like a Donald Trump, but like you know how like it's just money's not as meaningful to them.
What are we doing here?
I have no idea. Some kind of bullshittery, should we call it? Well, what was we thought a 50-minute match is going to turn into a 30-minute match if it continues on.
Just for Cody?
Could be.
Yeah, it is for Cody.
I imagine it's going to be for Cody.
Some of them trumpets are a little off cue.
I mean, not to be like this music reaction guy, but this shit fucking sucks, man.
That's why you don't play a wrestler's theme with instruments that's not designed to play them.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, this is kind of a like a bad selling point for like Bad Blood. This is way too cheesy. Imagine having to keep a straight face, having to be surrounded by this. You know, as a wrestler. Man, that like smoke machine is doing so much work right now.
Oh yeah.
And I love his mask. His mask is cool. It reminds me of death in the Terry Pratchett novels, to be fair. You know, the way the faces.
Mm. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. My sleep alarm, just like, you know, the thing that tells me it's sleep time, just went off on my phone.
Well, good thing is we're not just starting; we're almost at the end.
I know. Could you imagine if we were just starting?
I don't think I'd be doing it if we were just started.
Nah, you'd be fucked everywhere. I would be as well.
I ain't too fond of his coats, though.
I'd like his coats. I
I
don't
mean,
know. I like imagine if they were black, that'd be really cool. I just don't look at the color.
maybe.
Just imagine them being black, and then they're kind of cool. He dresses like Evil Knievel, basically. That's how I always imagine Cody Rhodes in my head. So.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird. He dresses so elegantly outside of the ring, but then he dresses like that inside the ring. So I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
anyway. It's such a drastic change, but I think that's purposeful. So that when he does have that massive attention pop, like considering like like out of ring to in ring, and it's smart
Yeah.
in its own way. So what are your thoughts on Cody? What do you reckon he's going to? Do you reckon he's a good champion so far?
I don't think so yet. I mean, it takes him too much effort to beat people most of the time that I don't really like that for a
Yeah,
champion.
it's true. I mean, for the one
I
who
mean,
beat Roman, he's kind of a bit weak. I do agree.
the crossroads, he has to do. He's made it a point that in most cases he has to do it 3 times to people in a row to beat them. And if you have to do that 3 times to somebody, then there's a problem somewhere. Either your move sucks or you want to put everybody over to where it takes 3 to beat everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone shouldn't take 3 to beat.
No, I guess it depends because he doesn't fight people who are kind of mid carders, if that makes sense. He fights like the A list or the ones who are the next up and coming. So it does make sense, and like just for
Oh,
him in this circumstance.
he's got one too, but his will work this way
Yeah, even
because
a
he has a
choir member.
choir too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so his will work this way. He's showing up Cody.
I
Here
know, right? That massive pimple on the side of his head. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah,
we
this works
go.
really well for Roman. To be fair,
And get to the actual instruments. It's the same.
honestly, Roman's looking more jacked at the moment. To be fair, he's always been
Yeah.
jacked, but he's looking more jacked right now.
Has like that Dark Souls boss music kind of shit going on.
Mm-hmm. It's like Final Fantasy music when you're fighting Sephiroth or some variation of boss. That like one ring or like thingy or like whatever the song times. The
This is how you use a band for a music. You use instruments that are actually used in the actual song.
yep. See, Roman's one was sick. Like Cody's one was about scuffed. And Roman is way more jacked than normal. Just looking at him. Well, no, to be fair though, it did take Roman a long time to get into the stride of a championship though, to be fair, so you can't judge Cody too harshly just yet. So I think the main judge of Cody will be the Royal Rumble. I think that's going to be the main thing where it's that's how we're going to view his strength, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The scorpion and the frog, that's some weird fucking analogy that they're using, man.
It's a parable.
I know, but it's still, that's some weird analogy. To be fair, the Samoans are like tearing up the scene, though, to be fair.
Yeah,
I know, I know they always have,
you
but more so nowadays.
you you rarely find one that's not actually good at what they're doing too.
That's true.
I mean, Solo's good, but I don't think he's good to be in a leadership position right now.
You don't think he's on Roman's level shit?
I don't think he should be leading the bloodline. No, I think Jacob
No.
should lead it if anybody's leading it right now.
I guess it depends. Like, who's better on the mic and stuff like that? Because obviously, they've got to have personality along with the skill, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really heard Jacob talk much.
Maybe there's a reason for that. Oh shit, he's got loads of things around his fingers. Thinking, looking at. unless that's his standard look, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Solo sucks. Oh shit. Did he mean to fall like that?
I don't know.
I don't know yet, man. Everyone's so excited for Roman to be back, to be fair.
Oh, they want Roman in that ring bad.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he steps in that ring, crowd going out of their mind.
Honestly, though, Roman even said so. The moment he was gone, everybody would realize what they missed. He even said it. Before it happened.
I mean, listen to him.
Yeah. He's playing into it.
I'm just saying about the "fuck you" Solo chant.
Yeah. I mean, they've been saying like basic variations of this whole entire match. Well, not that it's much of a match yet, but I know they got a belt.
They don't even want Solo in the match. They want Jacob in there.
Yeah.
They want Jacob. I want to see Jacob and Roman. What I really want to see in this thing, at
I
least
think that's
once,
what
and I know
everybody
I
wants to
will.
see. I think that's what everybody wants to see. I don't think people care about Solo.
I don't even think they care as much about Cody. I just want to see Jacob and Roman.
Hmm. I guess old versus new might be a good way to go. I think even Cody knows about like right now that is kind of.
He knows he is.
I don't know how long he's holding that championship for. That's what I'm saying. See, at least they know the crowd, man. Like Roman knows. He's learned a lot about working a crowd. You can tell.
He ain't even doing nothing either. That's the worst part.
I know. No,
He's
but
just
like no,
there.
yeah, no. He's literally just like he's
He's
soaking
made
in.
it to where all he has to do, he just has to be there.
He's doing that thing that happened with Hulk Hogan and Stone, not Stone, and The Rock.
Yeah.
Where they just stood there for a second because they knew the crowd was on. So. Now we gotta say, is Roman there to put over Solo, or is Roman there to prove a point?
Well, Roman's officially a face now.
Yep,
That move that he's doing right now is never a heel move. Heels never do that move.
that's interesting. Honestly, I don't think you could make Roman a heel right now, even if you tried.
Right. Ooh.
That's a very nice move. Because it takes all the momentum out of the ropes and into that hit. Oh, that's how it looks anyway. But not you. You gotta love the crowds, man.
Mm-hmm. You can't wrestle.
uh,
I do think Roman is giving a little too much to Solo, but
yes, but yeah, he has to, right? He's trying to push Solo as much as he is trying to.
yeah.
He's only in the match to make Solo look good, I would say. Just judging from what I've seen so far.
This is where we pick up right here.
Mm-hmm. That was more the turnbuckle than the impact, but okay. If you say so. I do think Roman's overselling it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to counter it, so. It's going to be... No, yeah.
Superman punch soon? Nope. Outside of we
No.
can go.
Mm-hmm.
Roman doesn't dive though, so or usually he doesn't.
I've seen Roman dive.
He hasn't in a long time. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Cody's power slams always look amazing, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, going for some Dusty Road stuff here.
I mean, he kind of... I mean, if he doesn't, there's nobody else who really deserves to.
Oh, his brother can do it too.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Oh, I thought he was going to catch him. My bad.
I was thinking he would too. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to put him down for any length of time, but
You know, it's just so Cody can hype up the crowd.
mm-hmm. That's all it took. Up into a Samoan drop. That's a
That
good
was sick,
Samoan
to be
drop.
fair. That was clean as fuck, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Hard to make those look right.
Mm. Honestly, I've seen worse. that that looked clean as well, to be fair. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Solo's not doing that badly, I would say. He sells pretty well. He's not. He doesn't have a massive skill set yet, but I guess we'll see as time goes on.
Now, what's going to happen here if we get to the end of this thing? And this was all big ploy and setup, and he gives the Ulafala back to Roman, and this was all a thing to set Cody up and beat the shit out of him.
It could be. I mean, it could be one big massive setup for winner. But I guess we will see. This is some weird shit. I always found this shit weird in tag teams, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way he's leaning over, he's got no force, to be fair. You know, like, if you think about it. Like, a slight breeze could push him over, the way he was leaning.
Really old school wrestling right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah. He's really, really, really trying to push Solo, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, he's batting.
We want Roman. Or Cody. I think you're right. I think they make Cody to be too weak half the time.
Mm-hmm. Because he should be able to, I mean,
Yeah,
get
I
back
know.
into this in some way.
But I guess technically they're also saying because like Cody and Roman have never really tagged in that way. Like they're not really that good of a team. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know about this matchup, but it seems very weird right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's supposed to be so long with what much time was left. That's where it's going to start getting weird in places, just because they have to get that
More time.
time
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah. That flip up was clean, to be fair.
It was.
Classic wrestling once again.
Mm-hmm. Now Roman will get ripped off.
He's gonna
Nope.
jump.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I knew Cody was gonna jump. I knew, and there was a good chance Roman was gonna get pulled off as well. You're right. Where did Roman go? I know he got pulled off the apron, but
He's still down out there, which means might be going into a lot of what I was thinking. This, I think he might be deliberately giving them too much just so Cody can get the shit beat out of him.
potentially. I mean, it's really looking like it's just a like 2-person beat up show on Cody right now. Oh, that was nice. The Wendy's thing. Sorry. I thought that was going to be a Superman punch, but that wasn't quite what happened.
No.
He went down before the boot hit, just saying.
Yeah.
He well, he was a little bit too early.
He got ahead of himself.
Yeah. Maybe he got excited to get kicked by Roman. You never know.
Or maybe he just didn't want to get kicked by Roman.
That was
Yeah, I think that didn't count too. You might not have wanted to risk getting kicked in the face.
I mean, worse things have happened to Solo. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be for Jacob. You know he's lining up for Solo. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, crucifix, huh?
The referee didn't even try to go for that throw. No.
Fuck you, Solo's back.
Yeah, I love the chants. The chants are the best part of this match so far.
Yeah, it'll pick up obviously near the end of it, but
Mm-hmm. No. I feel like it's dragging too much in my at the moment.
tag team matches always tend to.
Yeah.
For one reason or another.
Mm. I guess because they've got to try to highlight 4 different people in some kind of way, shape, form.
Yeah. Jacob Moonsault. Yep, Jacob Moonsault. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That not so much, but
You tried.
it's all right.
And when those stairs are solid, considering nobody's managed to push them off the thing yet.
We got a table. We don't got a table.
We still got a table. It's just not a table being used yet.
Oh, well, hello, bye.
Uh, I think out of all the finishing moves, I think the crossroads is one of the most flashiest ones, I would say.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But once again, see, Jacob's already back up.
Yeah. Go to the top turnbuckle, obviously. So what I'm guessing is somebody's gonna have to either pull Cody off or nah, they're not. He's gonna go for it. That was a beautiful splash.
Yeah. That was good.
I thought I was saying holy shit when they're saying OTC.
Of course.
Classic Roman Reigns right there. Damn, that's one of Roman's biggest pops I've ever heard, man, to be fair. Who's the one dude with the balaclava? That's the question, isn't it?
I guess the other Fatu brother. Or it's Jimmy.
That was interesting. It wasn't a very good match so far, but
It was not.
but I don't think it's over yet.
I don't. Let me see.
It's fucking Bloodline Rules, man. It's not going to be over yet.
Well, there's at least 7 minutes of showtime left.
I know that's what I mean. Like, it's Bloodline Rules. Bloodline Rules never end when the match ends.
But Roman did win.
Yeah. Well, I knew from the beginning that Roman was probably going to win this, just judging from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool that the original Bloodline started to come back, though.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline at some point.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be leading into WrestleMania as well.
One would think. Or Survivor Series.
Or Survivor Series. Well, that's 2 days as well, isn't it? So either way. No, wait, that's some SummerSlam. Never mind. That's me being them. The one who got the shit kicked out of him the entire match. Yep, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the match is over. So. I'm loving the Bloodline angle. It just sucks that the pay-per-view for this match was kind of a bit shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Damn, that was clean.
he's real good at that.
He really is real good at it. Man's like a Shawn Michaels, almost like, like just with that, that style with it. Oh, damn. Man touching another man's title right now.
Oh, what? No.
Yep.
Why?
Because he said he was coming back. He was coming back for Cody. Coming back to finish what he started. Remember? Can't be
Let's see
forgetting about that.
why.
I know, but
Why?
he finished his movie, basically. He went back, he went to go record an iceberg. That's the only reason enough, because he had to go, because of his schedule. So. Dude is back, though. That's crazy. All of this Bad Blood was just to hype up the Rock to how fucking insane is that?
Well, I mean, when you got an ego that big, you need a pay-per-view to come back for 2 minutes.
Yep, that's all. You got to stare out into the ring, walk back out again. Sorted, done.
He ain't even gonna go nowhere near that fucking
No.
ring.
It's
He's
not.
just gonna stand
He's not
right
even going
there.
to talk. He's just going to stand there.
And people are eating it up still because it's The Rock. But
Yep. Honestly, the last time he did it, honestly, he did really well. I would say. No, from an angle of a story point of view,
mhm.
I really enjoyed the Rock's last return. So I was never a massive Rock fan in his prime, but still.
We're gonna get Roman versus The Rock finally for this though.
Yep. It's going to be Bloodline rules for the Rock. I'm guessing the Rock's going to be on solo side. Looking.
All right. So
That's interesting. Okay, so thoughts.
the thoughts on that one. I mean, it was kind of piss poor for what it was. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was.
let's just be real. It was not anywhere near what it should have been at all. It was fucking pitiful in terms
Yeah,
of a tag team match. Uh, Granted, it was slow because tag team matches are generally slow anyway. But
there was no build. There was no excitement, really. Like some of the moves were cool, but that was literally the only thing that I could really take from it.
overall, I don't think this was a very, very good pay per view. But it's not, at least to look at it from as analytical position as we can. It's not one of the big four that they do. It's one of
No,
the sprinkled through the
smaller.
years.
Yeah,
It's a smaller one, so they can get by with that here more than they could somewhere
hmm
else.
like like I said, I think this is more to hype up the Rock than it is to.
Oh, definitely now.
It's to build up the bloodline. So we have like solo bloodline, and now we have the team up between Cody Rhodes and Roman, and then the Rock is going to go one way or the other. I'm assuming by how he acted, he's going on solo side. So
All
that's
right.
going to be the build into WrestleMania. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably, or at least Royal Rumble or something.
Yeah, I mean, it will be
But
Roman into WrestleMania because no way The Rock isn't doing WrestleMania if he is going to be here. So
yeah, that's probably true, very much so. I mean, I just hope they put him in there against. I would, as much as it's a meme-based match, I would like to see The Rock and Roman. I'd
that
like to
would be
see
cool.
that, but I don't know if I want to see that
But
just because.
it would be like Bloodline Wars though. Like so, like no matter what you do with it, it's gonna be a clusterfuck. So
Yeah, yeah. Unless they find a way to eliminate that, which I don't think they'll do that with The Rock. He won't do anything
no.
too crazy.
Well, he's the final boss. He's not The Rock, really. No, he's like he's more the final boss form rather than
Mm-hmm.
typical Rock we knew. Like he's not like he is, but he's not. If that makes sense. He's still in
Yeah.
that persona at the end of where he left.
Mm-hmm. But as far as that ending of that pay-per-view goes, I mean, The Rock was the biggest thing about it in that
Yeah,
match.
it
Jacob
was.
got a few good things in because Jacob's the youngest one in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, he was able to do a lot more. Jimmy coming back was okay, but it's not anything special.
Honestly, half of
Uh,
this seems like a Raw episode just dragged
mm-hmm.
out a little bit. But
It
you know what?
it
This
did.
means we have to admit that the first match was the best, and we have to kind of give it to CM Punk, unfortunately, as much as I don't want
Yeah.
to.
So if we're going, let's just do it this way while we're here. If we're done talking about that match
No, we're
specifically,
not, but we still got stuff to talk about, probably.
okay. But yeah, I don't feel like that. I don't know if I'd have closed the show with that. But there again, I wouldn't have closed I would have closed the show with the Hell in a Cell and opened with that if that's what they're going to do.
I know,
But
but
they
they
couldn't
wanted
have
to.
The Rock come back
Yeah, they wanted to
at the
close it
end
with
of
The
it.
Rock, so they had to do it that way. Like that, it was
Mm-hmm.
like meticulously planned, should we say?
Yeah. But in terms of formatting a show for what match is the best and not, they could have easily closed with the Hell in a Cell and
Yeah,
opened
but
with the
it
Bloodline
depends
match.
because I guess like in terms of like big reveals, like the end was a big reveal technically, but the
Mm.
match following the big reveal didn't hype up the end, if that makes sense. Like the match itself
Uh,
was, I don't know, at best
it
like
was
mediocre.
subpar. It
Yeah,
was
it was
subpar as
mediocre.
far as.
It was like a
I mean,
bad Raw, like wrestling one, I would say.
I've seen a lot of good tag team matches, and
Yeah, me
that
too.
one didn't necessarily fit the bill for that to me in any
You know,
way.
there's been loads of very good tag team matches. You just have to momentum them right because like with any match, you have to build them up into a massive finish, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you could have easily done that with Roman and with Cody, but they turned Cody into a pinata. Like, you know, like they
Yeah,
tried to do with them. Basically, just that.
yeah.
They turned him into just to get beaten the fuck up.
And they let Roman give way too much to Solo. It's all right to
Yeah.
give it to Jacob because Jacob needs to be gotten over a little bit more than what he has been. But I don't know if I'd have given that much to Solo from Roman at this point in time.
Technically, he has to hype up the tribal chief, technically.
Yeah, I
Because
suppose.
if it's tribal chief versus tribal chief, then if Roman is too strong, then it kind of unlegitimizes Solo in that way.
Yeah,
Like
but
how
with
he
Cody
said,
already look.
like how he said you lied to me. You said I would be the next tribal chief, like you know that kind of.
Mm. But with Cody already looking as weak as he did in that match,
Mm-hmm.
or does in most matches that he's in,
Yeah,
frankly,
I don't
it
know
wouldn't have
why
hurt
he looks so
Roman
weak.
to.
I don't know why they book him that way to be the. I don't know. It doesn't make
I
sense to me.
don't know.
Why make him the
I guess they
undisputed
want.
universal champion if he's not
I
like
think they
at.
want to try to do the underdog winning type things with him a lot. I don't know.
I know, but they already did that for him to win it. Now he needs to be on that, the undisputed person, like the person on top of everything, not the underdog, because he's the champion. It doesn't make sense to make him an underdog.
Yeah, that
I know
probably
he
makes
won
sense.
due to help as well, because obviously they had the match that first night, then the match the second night, and you know what I mean. To determine
Hmm.
if it's bloodline rules or not, and then so
Yeah, but it's not. It's. I don't. I don't see the point in keeping that on Cody much longer. They will obviously, but I
I
don't see the point
mean
in it
they
at
need
this
to make
point.
him stronger. They need to do something with him because right now he's
Yeah,
looking like he's not
but
a champion to me.
he needs to change his finish if he's going to continue on because it shouldn't. I mean, even in that match, yes, they booked Jacob to be nearly indestructible, but he got up from a crossroads on the floor. You don't get straight up from something like that.
No.
And that's after going through the barricade and getting straight up from that. I mean, all these
Hmm.
things he's getting straight up from are things people sell normally for a few minutes.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Even,
like
I mean,
even Roman sold it longer than that.
Yeah.
You know, when he has been thrown through barricades, and he has been done that, it's like started him for at least a couple of minutes.
I get they're trying to put Jacob over as a unstoppable monster character, but that ain't gonna work very well in a lot of cases. I don't think. With
I mean,
especially if you put him,
yeah, second.
because they've tried this before. They've
Mm-hmm.
tried putting an unstoppable monster like characters in, and then they write themselves into a corner about how you beat the guy.
I mean, that was like
They
Braun
did it,
Strowman when he first came in, wasn't it? That
or
was his
Bray.
whole gimmick. Or Bray Wyatt when he first came in, or like more like the Fiend rather than Bray. But
Yeah, Undertaker. All their unstoppable characters, they usually end up
yeah,
writing themselves into a corner how you beat the
yeah.
guy.
The only way the Undertaker came out of it is because he went to American Badass when he saw the Attitude Era coming.
Yeah,
That's the only
because
way
he
that
knew
he really got into it.
because he knew his normal character wouldn't have survived.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he wouldn't have had that same run he had if he would have stayed in that like normal Undertaker. It would have been too slow for that era. He would never been able to go with Stone Cold or anybody in that era, like if he didn't.
no.
So, but still, I know. I think like as a whole event, there was one, two. I know, like one or two good matches, maybe.
Yeah, 2 at minimum.
Yeah, I know because like I
And,
like.
and you had to say 2 just because there's always. If we do what we said I was wanting to do at the end of this thing, and if we rated the matches in our own opinion, as for there's 5 matches, so this was the best, the worst matches. Um, for my opinion on it, the best match, going from best to worst, it would have to have been the Hell in a Cell match,
Mm-hmm.
Damian and Finn, the tag team match, Rhea and Liv, and then Nia and Bailey at the bottom. Because
That's
technically, the
interesting.
way that Rhea and Liv ended kind of knocks it down
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little further for
yeah. For
me.
me, I know I would do Hell in a Cell top, obviously. Then I'd probably put Rhea Nif. Then I'd probably put Damien Priest. Then tag team. Then obviously, like the Nia Jax last, obviously.
Yeah, because you can't rank it higher than the worst. Because if you did,
Exactly.
you'd just be trying to be
I'll rank it the
contrarian here.
worst of the year so far, rather than like of right now. I'm gonna say the worst of the year.
It might be the worst one I've seen this year so far, and I'm not even kidding there.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the
It,
worst.
it looked like it was one of the worst of the year, just looking at it. It looked like
That
it didn't
fucking
even deserve to
hurricane.
be. It looked like it didn't even deserve to be on NXT. Never mind on like a pay per view for.
Them trying to put over her, trying to feasibly do a Hurricane Rana.
Well,
No.
technically, if you think about it, The Rock is coming back. So if like Rock's cousin Rock is in the same show, like you gotta like push a little bit of pushing.
Yeah, but
I
that
know
was
it didn't work.
That was
Like,
piss poor. That was it did not work. It was piss
I bet
poor.
even The Rock thought that was piss poor. Like in terms of like that's his own like part of his own
Now
family.
he knowing him, he probably thought that was funny.
Oh really?
The way that worked, that Hurricane Rana thing, the way it worked, he probably thought that was funny as hell.
Probably actually. You're right. Don't know, man.
One that Bailey went with it. She shouldn't have went with it,
No,
but
she
she
didn't. She didn't
did.
have much choice. I don't think so. It was either this or nothing that they could possibly do to work together. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah, honestly, I think Nia just needs to add some more things to her list of things she can do. Then maybe should be because like she could be a very good unstoppable force, but just
she
doesn't
could
have the
be.
skill set to match it.
Yeah, she could be. The only big problem she's got is she doesn't know how to use her size and use it the right way.
No.
Um, because there's been a lot of wrestlers that have existed over the course of time that have been bigger people, like Yokozuna, for example, or
Yeah.
even going with Big Show or any of them. They know how to be. They're bigger people. They're monstrous people. They use that fact to. They don't do anything. They don't have to do much. Even Strowman, he doesn't have to do a lot. He just has to throw people around. That's all he has to really do.
Yeah.
Um, so, if she could just find a way to work that in, granted, you do that to a lot of the girls, and you're unstoppable in the girls thing, because most
Yeah.
of the female wrestlers are well underweight to her. But
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I
I
mean,
mean,
like
there's a
in terms of
cup.
that, so like obviously, like there's things they can do to improve it, but right now, if they keep exactly as she is, I don't think she should last in the roster where she is.
Probably not.
Or at
at least not as featured as what they're trying to put her up to be in.
Because she's still champion technically now, so you have the women's division technically.
Yeah, that's the part of it that's a little bit
Yeah,
iffy
it's
with me.
kind of fucking over like everybody else in there. Or at
But
least some kind of champion. I don't know which champion she is, but because obviously you have
she's
like Liv and Rhea.
I
That's
don't
also.
she's whichever women's champion that Liv isn't. I don't know if it's Raw or SmackDown.
SmackDown. It's one of those. Whichever one is the opposite to that one. Yeah.
But still, no, that's who you get presented as your champion, and that
I know,
to
like,
me
I mean, it doesn't show
offers
you
a little
Bandar
problem.
It shows that something's lacking in the writing department or in the need a better roster over there. Either way,
Hmm.
I don't know because I know Stephanie left like when Vince came back that one time. Is she still gone?
She's still around to help Hunter, but she's not, or Paul rather. She's still
Yeah,
around to help him, but she's not featured as prominently as she was. I guess
because she
she's
was the
trying
one
to
who
keep
really
herself.
pushed that women's championship. So, and who's
Hmm.
leading the front on that? So that's what I'm wondering.
I mean, she's probably still doing some of it on the back, I would imagine, but she's not made herself a public figure as much as she had back then.
Yeah, but I guess like now she doesn't need to because obviously Paul is still running everything perfectly. So.
And he's going to do stuff she wants to do, probably anyway, for the most part, in some cases,
Oh yeah,
I would imagine.
he kind of married in, so obviously she gets some say in that. I would say
Yeah.
that way.
Or she may not. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I'd imagine she
'Cause
does, though.
I guess it's up to the board now, because obviously like Vince has sold his shares now, technically. So there's no way he's ever
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't even know if Paul has any shares. I'd imagine he may, but he may not.
I would assume he does, or at least Stephanie does, in some way. Because technically, when Vince had his shares, he had 49%. So wherever those got sold off to,
Mm.
because if you listed them publicly, then they're gone. So. Which means they are literally just employees rather than shareholders.
Yeah.
That would mean The Rock has more share in WWE than what the McMahons have at this point, which is
Hmm.
kind of crazy. Not that Vince is, I don't know, he's not been convicted yet, so I don't want to speak ill of somebody who may or may not be. No, because there's no trial, there's no jury. Like, all we have is allegations thus far. So
Yeah, I don't think we need to probably go deep into that right
no,
here in this one.
no, this is
If we
going to
decide
be,
to at some point, then we will. But I don't think that
yeah,
should be something we go and dive into now.
no.
But
It's like almost 6 a.m. in the UK right now, so it's probably not the
hmm
best time.
so as far as it goes for pay-per-views, I mean, granted, we're starting this concept a late part in the year for it, but I would say that this is probably one of the weaker pay-per-views that I've seen so far. And
Yeah,
I've seen most
definitely.
of them for the year up to this point, and this has
Yeah.
not been one of the better ones.
I haven't seen like all of them, or I think I've seen like maybe one or two of them, but not all of
Hmm.
them. But from this one's the weakest I've seen in the last few years, should I say?
It's gonna be bad if and I know I can get a lot of shit for saying it this way, but it's gonna be bad if the Saudi show is better than this one was.
I imagine it could be, depending on how they market it.
Because they're
But then
usually not very good shows. Is the main reason I say that. It's not.
no, I know, but they only got what like say it's the seventh now, right? So it's gonna be they've got less than a month almost to get their shit together.
Well, they probably already know what they're doing. It's
No, but I
just a
mean
matter.
storyline wise, because they've only just gone through the Bad Blood storyline, so they haven't got long to get their next storyline in place.
Hmm.
So I mean, I just mean storyline completely storyline wise, but I know anything that's going to be better than this, whatever's following this is going to be better. If it's worse than
Yeah.
this, then something is going seriously wrong with creative.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like we said, we knew that they had to do what they had to do with the Bloodline match to
Yeah,
keep
they
them
had to.
looking okay
Yeah,
and bring The
because they
Rock
could,
in to.
because they couldn't have like Roman dominate too much, because obviously that would like kind of like fuck over Solo storyline.
Yeah. And now that The Rock's back, it kind of takes the attention directly off of the fact that Roman just beat Solo. Uh,
Yeah,
and says, well, yeah, he beat Solo, but The Rock is here now. So,
yeah. But the Rock is also like, well, you just helped Cody, who I don't like, so therefore shit's gonna go
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Because he
Yep.
purposely said he's coming back to finish off whatever happens with Cody. So
Mm-hmm.
because he said this
So,
shit's not over. So that's going to be the next story now. I know that one, at least going into the next pay per view, is going to be something to do with it. Whether The Rock is going to Saudi or not, I don't know, but
He usually doesn't. But that'll be the either going into Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, or WrestleMania.
yeah, it'll be one of those. It will happen.
Yeah.
I imagine we might even get The Rock on some of the more weekly shit for like a little bit.
I mean, I'm sure he'll show up and say something.
Mm.
He
I
almost
would hope
has
so.
to if he wants to try to push a
Yeah,
story.
I imagine this would be the next Raw. You know, the Limelight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or today, technically for me, but not me.
So.
But yeah, I think like overall for me, like this was like a really bad show. But the only like saving grace was the Hell in the Cell. If it wasn't for the Hell in the Cell, it would be horrendous. Like if every match was like the ones like the ones after. And
yeah, this was. I mean, like I said, this was not a very good one, but I didn't expect this to be a very good show. Because they brought an old pay-per-view back.
yeah,
I expected it to be better than it was, but I didn't expect it to be good.
I expected it to be more bloody because it was really bloody in the first match, and then they kind of lost all.
But at least
They
they
ran
only
out.
used it
Yeah, so good.
in the cage, you know?
Yeah.
At least they only used it in the cage. If they'd have used it everywhere else but the cage, it'd have been a fucking problem. But they did.
Well, but because they
didn't
used it in the
overuse
cage, they could have. But it made the rest of it look more tame, in my opinion.
Mm.
Because
Which
it
is
went back
why
to.
I don't think they should have put the Hell in a Cell on. I mean, that's another reason why I don't think they should have put the cell on first.
No. I mean, the
Because
Cell
if they'd
should
have
have been
saved
last.
it, yeah,
Or at
if
least
they'd have put it on last where they had the blood, that would have been a good thing to end the night.
Or at least put the Cell in the Cody Roman bloodline match.
Yeah, like they could
Rather
have easily
than
brought
the other
that
one.
cell down.
Yeah. Because that would have been a very good match too. Because with blood and the Cell and other things, could have easily made that way more bloodline. Because it would have been in the title, right?
Yeah. Mm.
But still, man. Yep. I don't know. I think there isn't really much else to say. Unless you've got anything else you want to say.
I don't have anything I need to add to what we've talked about and seen here, other than the fact that I do hope that the next one that we wind up covering is a little bit more substantial than this.
Next one's going to be Saudi, I'm imagining, man. So.
Well, if we cover that one, I don't know if I'll count as far as a main. I mean, because it's usually it's not even following the storyline. It'd be Survivor Series.
Then it'll be the one in December, whichever one that is. Or would that be not the one? Like, no, that one's like
that's the end of November. The end of November is the big one. Like Saudi's at the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't even really count them half the time. I mean, like I say, we can cover it and watch it, but the reason I don't usually count them is because it's just 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. That shows you how much they give credit to it to contributing to the storyline.
That's true. I mean, like I guess they do the storyline over the really big matches or the really big pay-per-views.
And a lot of the Saudi stories that they do, they might have some hints of stuff that's going on already, but they tend to just like throw shit together just to give them something to do over there.
Yeah. Because I mean, they can't really use the women wrestlers right, as we've already stated, anyway. And then again,
they can't use them right, but they still insist on using them.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, they kind. I mean, they kind of want to have that equality there, like just because like that's what they do. Yeah. But like, I know they have to kind of go by the laws over there. So.
Yeah, which that's just what it is.
Yeah.
It ain't right in a lot of ways to me, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's another part of the world. There's nothing we can say, do whatever. It's just a thing that exists, unfortunately. Well,
yeah, it does. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd be willing to go ahead and sign off on this one. If you're,
me too. I think next one hopefully better. If the Saudi show's better, then there's going to be some issues. But either way,
yeah. So anyways, everybody, this has been what? This has been Bad Blood 2024. Is that the best way to say it?
Yep, that's all. Shit Blood 2024.
It was not a very good show, unfortunately. Yeah. I wish we could have started doing this type of a segment on a show that was better to talk about.
We should have started the podcast in January, but obviously, like.
Well, I didn't know you in January.
I know that's what I'm saying. You should have known and seen the future. Like, came in early and just like.
Yeah, so. I do want to do more of these like this, though, even if it's not just wrestling. If it's other things, this is. I think
we can go into anime or anything, man. From this point, this is all reaction content, technically. So,
I like this format for us better, personally, and maybe other people may as well. It's hard to say.
Does it feel more natural? What do you say?
It felt like I I could comment on it better because I'm commenting, talking with you about something that we're both seeing at the same real time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot different than us having to sit back and risk misremembering something or
Yeah.
like, well, wait a minute, I got to pull a Google page up to see, make sure that I'm not misquoting what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
People that care about that shit out there.
Sure.
Because we're going to do that. I mean, you're going to get something wrong.
I mean, I'm going to do that even if I'm watching it dead live anyway, because I suck at names regardless of like when,
Oh,
how,
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm watching. So, but still, I always try
But
to
yeah.
correct myself if I know I am fucking something up.
But yeah, I think that's about a good as place as any for this one. We'll come
I
back
would
to
say
y'all
so.
with another one later.
Yeah, we will for sure. I mean, I think we will go on with other kinds of content, maybe movies or maybe anime or something. We'll
Yeah.
figure out. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I've been Makai. That has been Kai. We'll see you guys in the next one very, very, very soon. See you guys later.